Hello everyone. First of all, we would like to thank EVMX, EOS Network and DevPost for giving us this opportunity to present our idea for this hackathon. Now, before going into the crux of our idea, problem we are solving and solution we are providing, let's first discuss the inspiration of our idea. First of all, we would like to stress upon the point that due to environment and global warming issues, we are providing solution to this problem. Being aware towards our environment is becoming more and more important every passing day. We need solution as soon as possible to move towards a carbon efficient ecosystem. So this project is our 2 cents towards the bigger goal of becoming carbon neutral as a planet. Also, we all know that as per Paris Accordance of Climate of Agreement, there is if there is 2-degree increase of temperature in our Earth ecosystem, then it will cause serious impact on our ecosystem and ecology. Also, there is this increasing trend of carbon credits and offset cycle that is in accordance with the Paris Agreement that will help us to become carbon neutral as a nation. Also, this will help organizations to become carbon neutral as soon as possible to accomplish the goal of the Paris Agreement. Since we are only 8 years away, this is a high time we start making big efforts now. Now, coming back to the idea, let's first what is the problem we are solving and what is the solution that we are providing. So our problem that we are solving is for generating carbon credits and using it as a carbon offset by other organizations as a whole marketplace of carbon credits and ecosystem cycle. So our idea objective is one-stop solution for generating, lending and selling carbon credits. So our idea is generally focused into 3 major areas. One is generation of carbon credits. Second, allow users to borrow stable coins on US network by keeping their carbon credits as collateral, and allow users to sell their carbon credits in exchange of stable coins on US network or any of the stable currencies existing in the cryptocurrency market. And the second major aspect is from the macro-aspective perspective, our application will focus on the following. We as an organization can use accumulated carbon credits from the user and sell them to organization, be it private companies, government agencies or countries who need them to offset for their carbon emissions as per Paris Agreement. And going forward, as this hackathon is powered by US blockchain, so all these transactions will be recorded on US blockchain to benefit from the immutable and distributed ledger technology. Now let's go into in-depth of what exactly we are providing as a solution. So first step was generation of carbon credits. So carbon credits can be generated through a trackable source which benefits the environment. So now the sources that we are considering is step counter. Like this will be a part of gamification format of generation of carbon credits on the blockchain network. So step counter will be used to encourage people to walk and avoid using private vehicles for short distance commute. Every step counts and rewards the user in form of carbon credit tokens. This can be one approach. Second way can be tracking use of public transport. Linking public transport ticket and pass system to our platform powered by US blockchain so that users can be rewarded for carbon credits token wherever they use public transport. Other can be use of electric vehicles. We can partner with electrical vehicle manufacturers to install IoT devices which can directly send us distance travel. Accordingly, the riders can be rewarded with the carbon credit tokens. Another way can be forest preservation plantation. People/organization can participate in activities like tree plantation, forest preservation or CSR activities. Through these activities, we can reward them using carbon credit cycle, and all this will be transparent since we are tracking it in a distributed immutable ledger on US network. Other sources can be usage of renewable sources, maybe it's solar, wind or hydro, and other can be like farmers can be rewarded with the carbon credit token for planting certain type of crops which are better carbon sinks on a particular area or something. Now this was the first way. So first was generation of carbon credits. Now once the carbon credits are generated, users can borrow stable currency in exchange of carbon credits as a collateral. So users should be able to keep their accumulated carbon token as a collateral on a platform. In exchange, they will be getting loans on US tokens. The platform will provide them with the interest-free loans. Instead of putting additional burden of the interest on borrowers, we will be deducting a small fraction of the carbon credit tokens from their collateral. When the borrowers pay back their loans, their remaining carbon credits after adjusting for interest are returned to them. And once this lending is done, our exchange platform will allow users to exchange their carbon credit token for US token to enhance the liquidity of carbon credit tokens. And lastly, we have the companies like private companies and government agencies or even countries need to offset their carbon emission in order to adhere to Paris Climate Agreement. We can present them with a marketplace to buy carbon credit token from us. And when they buy carbon credit tokens from us, our B2B model will kick in and it will help us to generate our finances also going forward. Now, the things that we have explained in this flow chart, let's go one by one on those issues that we are solving. Number one was carbon credit token generation. So that can be of different sources that we said earlier. So this one is the carbon credit generation, and these carbon credits can be sold to different, like, two ways are there. One is exchange and lending platform where borrowers can come, and sellers can also come to, either they can sell their carbon credits or they can stake their carbon credits here and take a loan in form of the EOS tokens. Other way is the companies, like individual companies or countries, will come to our network and we will provide them a marketplace so that they can purchase the carbon credits from us, and then we will use it for our financial planning also. And all these transactions are holded, like store of value of all the transactions are in US blockchain, so that it will be immutable and all the features of blockchain can be used here. And lastly, borrowers and sellers are the end users who are involved in the generation of sources. These are the people who initially gets rewarded with the carbon credits token. And now coming back to the like tools and technology that we are using. So for mobile application, we are using Flutter for our Android or iOS applications, and for backend we will be using Node.js, and for smart contracts we will be using Solidity Network that will be powered by EOS.io blockchain network. And going forward, once these mechanisms are fulfilled, we will be adding more carbon credit generation mechanisms, and to add credit ratings for borrowers, which will decide the rate of interest as well as the exchange rate. And the team that we are enrolled in, like myself is Shivam, and one more person, Shubham Prasad, is there in our team. So this is our solution, which will help in providing carbon offsetting and carbon credits lending platform. Thanks a lot.